I'll let the players tell you guys where we're at and what is happening. They are in a little bit of a dire situation. Things have not gone the way they wanted. But letting you know what I got coming up. I got another stream tonight, probably Helldivers. If not Helldivers, then probably doing some more Spider-Man. Uh, we also have, excuse me. We also have Adventures in Wildmount tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Um, that one is getting closer to the end. It's a high level campaign, and they are they're in the middle of a war, a universe ending war to be specific. So hopefully they will fail in that. Monday we have some X Defiant with a few friends. So hopefully we will see you there for that. That starts at 7 p.m. And then I got a couple days off before I come back on Thursday. So without further ado, shall we get to the game?
That we couldn't have killed all of the Thieves Guild. Only the dwarves could have done that.
That's potential. I think if we go back to the shopkeep, we can talk to her and see if she has any feelers out on what the vibe is. Because that'll
If
tell
we,
us. Because we don't want to attempt to do that plan and then be like, oh, they're looking for you.
yeah, exactly. Oops.
Mhm.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the game. Who would like to give us a rundown of where we're at, what happened last session, all that good stuff?
I can do that. Um, so last session, Ren's big bad came and ended up taking her away. We're not allowed to chase because if we do, they will kill Ren's family. I think was the vibe I got. Um, then we tried to leave. The Drugar insisted we stay just for food and drink because they're celebrating the victory. So we smiled and played nice, and I believe we were just heading out from there. And I don't remember how long they said it would take to make the gear, if they said.
Well, so happens that as you guys begin to head out, two of the Durgar head down towards you. Hello. Looks like you're all heading out.
Hello there. Yes, yes, we must get on our way. We have more business to do for the likes of you.
I know that we appreciate it. And they both swing bags off of their back and set them down at your feet. We hope you will take care of the problem swiftly. And they both walk back into the crowd.
What what's in the bag?
Gonna open it.
I mean, Zynn will walk over, assuming everything's good, and open up the bag.
It all explodes. It's the gear that you guys had requested.
Okay. We didn't discuss with you what the gear was yet. I think we were supposed to, and then we didn't.
Did we not?
No, well, we discussed it. We discussed that it would be something that we could pick something, but but then we were supposed to like write it down, and then we are supposed to talk about it last session. But I think last session we had better things to do, if that makes sense.
Right, right. You guys know what the hell you wanted?
Well, I had I had a question. I assume because it's Drugar, it would most likely just be like advanced gear. Am I able to get a +2 something?
At this level, no.
Okay. Can I get a +1 scale mail?
Yes.
Okay, I will take that.
You open it up and the um rather dark scale mail. And as you pick it up, it does seem a little bit heavy. However, it is still lighter than you would expect from heavy mail. It's definitely not as light as, say, a leather would, but it's darker in hue, and it kind of has a sheen to it.
Ooh. Okay, Zyn instantly knows what this is, and he's like, "It appears they have our gear prepared." And as he turns and kind of brings the bags towards the group to quickly grab.
Start digging through the bag and player to GM. Aurochs bracers, okay? Wondrous uncommon.
Ah, yes. Underneath the scale mail, you do find a set of bracers, a bull's head on them. I trust you find everything you be needing in there, yeah?
Yes, yes. This looks to be what we discussed. Thank you very much.
And Ray, what did you want?
Can I do a +1 to my Sentinel shield?
A +1 sentinel. I mean, they can't. They can give you a new sentinel shield with a +1.
Yeah.
Yeah, you find another shield. Looks an awful lot like the one you have. But this one seems to be of a darker wood. It looks sturdier than the one you have, but the same symbol is etched upon it. However, as you dig through your bag, Ray, notice something. A very large axe. I know your friend ain't here, but what she asked for was part of the deal, so you may do what you want with it.
Ray will just like see it in the bag, but like not pull it out. Just like close the bag up and like toss it over her shoulder or whatever. But says nothing.
And as the rest of the party rages on, you guys begin to head out for new gear.
Shall we head for the shop and see what we can learn from the shopkeep while we still have time?
Probably a good idea.
Zyn nods.
Sorry, it was my turn to have myself muted. Oh shit! As you guys head back towards the city, you know there's two Duergar standing there, shouting. This one here, shouting at this one. I ain't paying you nothing. You didn't take part in the battle. What you were doing was not right. I do not want your money. Just like many of our people, you are nothing but a problem, a scourge. This one here seems to be dressed in black chainmail. Fuck, I forgot to give him gear.
He's
He
a
also
brawler.
he also seems to have what seems to be a copper axe and a copper shield. Actually, you know what? Even his chainmail is copper. Everything this Duergar is wearing is copper, unlike most of the other Duergar who are either wearing more of a darker metal or leather. You see around his neck 3 different holy symbols. This Duergar says, "Well, where did I put his stat block? I made him a stop block. Sorry, give me a moment." Oh, right. Oh, that's one thing I forgot to do. I forgot to give him a fucking... Oh, wow. Okay, apparently I was not as done as I thought I was last night. Awesome. Sorry, you are going to have to give me a minute here.
That's fine.
Hey, Zynn, how much AC do you have?
I am up to 20 because of that.
Look at you getting thick.
I mean, I need to be. Otherwise, I get hit. My AC is very high for our level. I know that. I don't want to get clapped.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say 20?
No. It's 20 right now,
Oh,
which is high for our level because of the armor, the scale mail armor.
yes, it really
My
is.
dexterity. Yeah, but if I get hit, I'm like dead. So don't have a lot of health.
All right, I apologize about that, guys. I think we are ready. Finally.
Nice.
So, he says, Ugra, I'm not going to pay you. I don't want your money anyway. You're doing is wrong. I'm done with you and your crew. And he begins to walk off, as does this one, heading back to the crowd. He kind of gives you all a side-eye glance. It is obviously more of disdain than and annoyance than anything.
Call out to him, wait up, friend.
He stops.
It sounds
Or,
like you. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I say it sounds like you've had a falling out with the other dwarves. Because I can't think of their name right now.
Duergar.
Dorgar, thank you. Damn it.
I'm not one of their clan, a mercenary, but I'm not like most mercenaries. I don't do it just for the money. Must be a sense of justice. When I learned of what they did to you, I could not intervene, or they would have killed all of us. But I also could not join in the fight.
There may be a chance to see justice yet.
Aye? How might that be?
Well, we're told to expect Zenithar in some short time. And understand that Zenithar was the head of the Thieves Guild.
Aye?
You might help us bring Zenithar to justice through our machinations.
Machinations, you say? How is it that you wish to take on someone as strong as Xanathar?
Well, we were hoping to.
Zynn steps in real quick. He's like, but before we talk any further, perhaps we should leave the city.
Excellent idea.
Aye? I'm interested.
Zynn nods, and then he'll kind of like start turning towards the direction of the door. And well, then let's go. Let's make haste.
Very well. So I take it you guys are heading back to
that tavern. That's like the Dragon Flagon is or whatever. The one where we like the barkeeper is part of the I can't remember what
Harper's.
they're called right now. The Harpers. Yeah, that's right. Because we trust her, and we need to fill her in on what's going on as well.
Flagon and Dragon with Kalal Kladani.
That's her name.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
like the only thing I took down in my notes, I'm afraid.
That's fine. That's a difficult name, so I'll still screw it up. But you know.
He follows you. Towards Flagon and you find the door here is slightly off its.
I'll go to open it.
Go to push it open. Door falls. Rest of
Hmm.
lands on the floor with a crash. Inside you hear.
I'll step inside.
I'll follow right on his heels.
You hear from behind the bar.
Zin will kind of walk over to the bar and try to peer over cautiously.
You see Halal laying there. She definitely took a beating. She's not dead, but she is injured.
Zin will quickly hop over the bar beside her and kind of like, are you okay? As he's like kind of checking over her wounds a little bit.
Yes, just it works me over really well.
Head outside and grab Ray. Ray, we've got somebody inside, Kalal, who's badly beaten. Might we impose upon you to perform some of your healing?
Yeah, I can walk over and then I'll use my staff.
Actually, by the time you get there, the Dorgar has knelt beside her. Seems to be clutching one of the holy symbols and offers a prayer. And as he does, you see a glow of radiant light, and her wounds are healed. There you go, my lady. She says,
Thank you. Who are you?
"Ah, the name's Kugra. Kugra Stonecutter. I assume you must be friends with these fine folks."
Yes, yes. What happened?
She says as she kind of looks to the rest of you.
This is blowing my fucking mind right now. I'm just saying.
Dude, is that you, Savage, doing the female voice? Because that's really good if it is.
It is called Voice Mod. It's software I picked up recently.
That's kind of scary.
Yeah, I set up a bunch of them, but a lot of them really need some work. I'm gonna have to make a bunch of my own. Figure out how to do that.
Cool.
Okay, then keep your secrets, I guess. As
As she gets up, dusts herself off.
So who worked you over, Kalal?
some of the bugbears from Xanathar's guild came by not long after you left. Seems they learned of my aid in what was transpiring.
So it seems we didn't get rid of them entirely.
No, Xanathar's guild is everywhere. They stretch all up and down the Sword Coast. Just another mountain alone, they have dozens of outposts. It's impossible to get them all at once. So I take it it's done. You took care of Skull Island, or Skullport Island.
Mostly?
Sort of. The Drugar are now in control. We weren't able to finish them off. There's quite a lot of them, so we had to play nice. But they took our ally because they struck a deal, and then Zynn will kind of give her the details about the backstabbing. But more importantly, in order for us to finish this job, we'll need to talk some more. Is it safe to talk here, or should we go somewhere else?
Well, I doubt they're coming back. Honestly, I'm surprised they didn't kill me. I think they might have thought I was dead. I only woke up moments before you arrived.
Zynn nods. Well then, in order, we'll need some help in order to start our second part of our plan. In order to get the Drugar to take down the rest of the Xanathar guild, or at least Xanathar themselves.
Taking on Xanathar yourself?
No. The goal is to have the Drugar take on Xanathar, or Xanathar take on the Drugar, as we discussed previously.
Right. Sorry, I'm a little foggy. My wounds are healed, but I kind of still have a roaring headache.
Zynn nods. We'll need to find the location of Xanathar, as well as potentially some way to pretend to be a part of the guild.
So DM to player, I believe last time we played, one of the Duergar did tell you a way into.
Oh yes, sorry.
Jennifer's hideout.
Yes, that's right. Okay, so we scratched that part. I don't remember personally where that was. I think they told us like northeast.
It
maybe?
was
I don't know.
in one of the area. It's
So
actually already been.
in an inn, there was a fake wall that led off to the left or to the west. That I swear I thought I had it written down, but I don't.
The Guts and Garters, where you met Quietude.
Oh, the Guts and Garters.
Valeran, you notice Kugra kind of looking at you while all this is going on.
Something I can help you with, friend.
I do not know. You, I must be honest, using my divine sense, I feel there's something wrong with you, but my divine sense is not showing it. Are you okay?
I think.
Very well. It's just I got the sense of foreboding when it's the same feeling that I had when the lycanthropes came into Gulfport Island.
Huh. Crazy. Nope, just little old me.
I see. Very well. I apologize. I don't mean to be forward. It is just in
Oh no.
my nature to help those who are in trouble and often in need of redemption.
You can never be too careful. Player to GM, do I need redemption?
Not yet.
Great.
Depends on what you do when you turn into a
mean-
lycanthrope.
Ah.
So, player knowledge. He is a paladin with the Oath of Redemption. What that means is doesn't necessarily mean that he is going to slaughter anything evil, if it is a possibility to redeem them instead, like Oath of Redemption, yes, they can fuck some shit up, but they always try for a peaceful solution first. And if there's none to be had, then they lay waste. But the tenets of the Oath of Redemption, which I believe I put them in here. So I'll just do this. Often, paladin with an Oath of Redemption, they have something that they have to seek redemption for, and they want to pass that on to others. So, just so you are aware, Valeran, if you do turn into a lycanthrope, he is not necessarily going to, just spin on you and take you out. Just forewarning that won't happen.
Is he going to come to my door Saturday morning and talk to me about religion?
No, he does have.
It's talk about our Lord and Savior.
Thank you. Exactly.
He does have. He actually worships 3 gods, but no, he is not Jehovah's Witness style religious.
Cool.
But yeah, he does kind of still keep his eye on you, but he turns back to the conversation, and Halal says,
Well, word is that there's a tunnel into Benefit Layer at the Gods and Goddess. However, she is. Shit, what's that? Isn't she like Gods and Goddess? Yes, she's a god. Word is that Quietude is a spy for Xanathar. So you'll have to bank on the fact that, or on the hope that she does not know what just transpired in Stockport. The word does travel fast.
Zynn nods. And as for what's being rumored to be told around, is it just that the Drugar crossed the Xanathar Guild, or has there been notice of more?
Spread the rumor, but I mean, I've been unconscious for the last little while, but I haven't exactly been out hearing the rumors.
Of course.
So, if they came here to try to beat me to death, you would assume that if they knew it was me, they'd probably be keeping an eye on me coming in and out of here.
Zynn nods. What would be the best way to impersonate somebody from Xanathar? You've been around here a while. I'm sure you noticed their usual tendencies.
Well, this one is going to make it a little difficult.
as she points at Kugra.
Zynn nods.
Honestly, you and Valeran are. Oops.
Honestly, you and Valeran are probably about the only ones that could get in and have even a chance of making it seem like you are part of the guild. I will warn you, Xanathar is rumored to be mad, highly paranoid. This is not a bad plan to try to turn him against the Duergar, but Be very, very wary.
Hmm.
Be ready at all
That is-
times and have a backup plan.
Zynn nods. Good. That is a good point. Potentially, we can play on his paranoia. I'm sure if he's as paranoid as they say, he's already thought of the Drugar backstabbing them. We might be able to play into that. But yes, a backup plan will definitely be needed as well.
I would argue the Durgar already have backstabbing. They attacked the Fuse Guild without provocation. I can't understand that kind of barbarity.
I that is true. That is true. But we need to hope that the seed was planted before the backstabbing had happened to make him feel fully believed.
True, true. Well, one way to find out.
Yes, yes. So it sounds like in order to do this, we will need to split the party.
Because that
Are
never
you
goes
looking at
wrong.
me?
No, the one thing that you should never say in D&D.
Right?
Um, but before we go diving in there, do we have everything we need to look like them? Is there a specific colors they tend to wear? Do we have any symbols in our packs that might look like they're from that would make us look like we're from the guild?
Ray says nothing, but as they're talking, she's like rummaging through her bag and pulls out the one of the pins, I guess, or whatever that we got from the Minotaurs.
Yes, they're insignias. They, yeah, well, we'll call them pins. Like, they're insignias with a pin on them. Sure.
Okay. And how many do we have?
We have
3.
one from every. Yeah, 3. We have one from every Minotaur.
Okay. That is good. That is good. That'll help a lot. Then we'll grab one and then motion for Val to grab one as well.
Val will grab one and say, but I think we're forgetting our friend here, Cougar Stonecutter, who we might want to, what's a good way to recruit into our group, not necessarily for this mission, but going on. I think we have similar interests, goals.
I agree, but he won't be able to come down with us as
Oh, understood, understood.
yeah, yeah, and as he turns to Kugra, he's and as you heard, there's quite a lot going on. But I guess we haven't formally asked if this is something you'd be interested to assist in formally now that you know a bit more.
You're talking to Kugra?
Cougar?
Kugra. Yeah, Kugra. I turned to him.
He smiles. He reaches into his bag of holding at his side. He places a hat on his head. And as he does, suddenly grows in his eyes. Comes a bugbear. I think I'll be fine.
Then smiles. Oh, that is quite interesting.
Something I don't like to use often, but it is something that I have just in case the need arises. So, by the way, how this is going to work with your little helper here,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to roleplay him,
Yes.
but when it comes to combat, I was thinking every session we can change who gets to run him in combat. if that is
Sure.
something that interests you guys.
Works for me.
I can live with that.
So I'm gonna open the sheet to you guys. He does have a backstory. You just can't see it. But well, where did it go? There. Good. All players. All players. Okay, now apparently his stat block not opening. Just white. Why? Why is this happening? I'm really starting to hate Roll20. I dumped all my money in a foundry instead of Roll20.
You fucked up.
No, that's not.
Damn.
Well, yeah. When I dumped a few grand into Roll20, yeah, I definitely fucked up.
Damn.
That's expensive.
Yeah, I mean between the books, fucking everything else, subscription. Yeah, no, it's this point I am lots of money into this. All right, let me try and reload the page. I gotta open everything else again. Or that. There we go. All right. Okay. There we go. Under friends and allies, you guys will be able to take a look at his sheet. Things to really keep in mind. You run this character in combat is his fighting style, his divine health, his options for channel divinity.
Can I opt out to not running him in combat? My character's already complicated.
Paladins are about as uncomplicated as it gets, but that's fine. If you're not interested, that's totally cool. I get that. Zynn and Val, are you guys in for this?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. That doesn't matter to me. I'm good to go.
Yeah, I'll play.
Seems like
Alright.
it could be fun.
So who wants to take it today?
Roll for it.
Sure. D20.
Evens or odds?
Oh,
Higher roll.
Yeah, I was just gonna say higher roll. You roll and if it's higher.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, contested.
Yeah, Paul.
All right, so Zinn's got it for today.
Contested. Yeah, and then it'll be yours next time then.
So
Cool.
definitely take a look at his sheet.
Yeah.
He also has a couple different resistances. His chainmail has lightning resistance, and I believe he gets advantage on resisting charm effects, and I think poison, and I think he might have poison resist. He also has a dark vision of 120 feet, which shit, I actually got to add that to his
Nice.
sheet. Yeah, he's a Duergar, so he's got that. That's pretty bomb.
And he has extra attack or protection.
vision.
And he uses a hand axe. Is that right? Or is that what's that?
He has
He uses a battle axe.
and he also has an +1 animated shield. So bonus action to throw it in the air, speak the command word, and then he's able to use his battle axe with both hands.
Ah, cool. Cool. Okay.
That lasts for 1 minute.
Okay. And he's got all the divine smite fun. Is divine smite a spell?
How divine smite works is it uses a spell slot.
Okay, but it's
So-
because I
so-
was looking at the spells. I'm like, oh, I don't see it in the spells. Is that like
No, it basically when you hit, you get to choose if you want to burn a divine smite. And you can use a level 1 or a level 2, but there is no like actual spell for it. It is just
Okay, okay.
simply burns burns the spell slot,
okay?
which is the reason a lot of people that go barbarian also take paladin, because then they can still rage and have use of the spell slots by adding extra damage to the swing.
Ah, okay. And what's divine smite UD?
Undead. The undead. If it's an
yes,
undead creature, it does 1 extra D8. So a base level divine smite is
Yeah.
2d8, but a base level divine smite against an undead does 3.
Okay, that's cool.
So,
Cool.
as he now apparently looks like a bugbear, he said, "Well, with this disguise, I guess we have options."
Zynn nods. And then he'll motion for Ray to hand him the other insignia.
Okay, so like as Ray does this, I have a question as a player. Can I turn into a bat?
As you hand him the insignia.
No, I'm asking you. I'm handing him the insignia, but I also was gonna ask, like, as a player.
Oh, okay.
DM.
It's separate. Yeah, okay. I thought you were like, I'm going to hand him the insignia and immediately turn into a bat.
No.
Yeah, you came from a forest. You know what a bat is. Yeah.
So can I like pitch the idea to the group
Oh, wait,
like-
1 second. I'm sorry.
as like a not combat creature,
Um,
or no because it's flying?
post me your wild shape. Yeah. What level are you able to get flying wild shape?
I think it's C1 quarter.
What? No.
I don't know
No.
how that works,
What
man.
level? Just post me your wild shape. Okay.
I don't think they've ever done this before.
Half or lower that doesn't have a fly speed. And I know you can eventually turn it on. Because,
It says at level 4 you can change into any challenge rating of a half or lower that doesn't have a fly speed at level 4.
yeah, I know eventually you can have a fly speed.
You could go to as a cat and claim you as a familiar if it's okay. Not trying to be.
I was just thinking of something small enough to like fit in a pouch or a pocket.
Ah,
I mean,
so we can
you've seen
hide her and take her with
cockroaches.
us.
I don't want to be anything gross.
Aren't you a cat? Cats play with those things.
I'm also part human. And humans don't play with those.
I don't know. I actually know a grunt once that ate one.
Uh,
Ew.
There.
I play with spiders all the time, man. Find a spider, I play with it.
You're fucked up.
Okay, so at 8th level, she can choose things that have flying speed.
Okay.
I went to the actual big list of druid stuff.
Thank you.
So it says that at 2nd level, no flying speed or swimming. At 4th level, no flying speed, so aka you get swimming things. So example is a crocodile. And then at 8th level, you can have flying speed. The example is a giant eagle. So I assume they're trying to highlight when you get when you get swimming access, and when you get flying access.
Right. By the way, how long has it been since you guys leveled?
Like
It's
a
been
minute.
a while. It's been a while.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I think we hit level 6 after we reached the bazaar. Like just after we reached the bazaar, just during that. So it's been a little bit.
Fair enough.
Val, does that sound about right to you?
Sounds right.
All
Oh,
right.
I have Alzheimer's. Why do you ask me? I love you, but come on.
You're not that old, sir.
God damn.
Careful
Dude, I
what
might
you
as well
are.
be.
Hey,
Like, I am
Alzheimer's
on the
can hit
inside.
young sometimes, okay?
Okay, and does anybody remember roughly what time of day it was? You guys started that fight pretty early in the morning, right?
Yeah, we started at like 9 a.m. So I think
Yeah, you're probably around like
we-
noon.
maybe a little after, because the whole thing
Party?
with Ren. Then we had the lunch party. So let's say 2. Is that reasonable?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Because they didn't let
Alright.
us leave right away. Otherwise, I assume noon. You know.
Indeed.
Well, I assume you are probably not going to try and do this until tomorrow, just in case things don't go the way you want.
Yes, we'll need time to rest and prepare and maybe fine tune this rough plan.
Works for me. One day to die is as good as the next.
Very well. We shouldn't stay here all day. I will have to find another place to rest. I have a friend who might be able to help us.
Zynn nods. Where are we off to?
Well, if we're gonna do this plan, I feel that we should get out of the dungeon. Get out of Under Mountain. There's only one person here that is able to use teleportation magic down here.
Which now that I've said that, I realize I have not reopened fucking thing, so I gotta open that up. Ah, yes. The poison. This is
If we can find Taz, she can get us out, and we can hopefully come back in the morning. If you'd like to follow me, I'll get us there. The other thing is, we will require payment.
Zynn nods.
Lead
Do
off.
we know what that payment
Sure
would
do.
look like? Just so he has an idea if we have enough money to even do this thing.
Well, last I heard, it was 50 gold a person.
Zynn nods. That seems to be something we might be able to handle. player to group. I was just trying to make sure it wasn't like 1,000 gold apiece, because I don't know if it's something we have enough money for.
Cool.
I want it. I got it.
Alright, if you'll follow me, we will head out.
Usher her forward and follow her.
Let's try and keep yourselves hidden a little bit if you can, as you
As she pulls up her cloak.
Then we'll follow suit and pull up his cloak as well.
Same.
Pull up mine as well, and regret the fact that, however petty it sounds, I gave Ram my boots of stealth.
He begins to lead you through the city. As you guys walk around, there are quite a few people out and about, much more than there have been lately. And as you pass through the city, you hear the whisper of the townsfolk saying that Duergar have taken the city, or taken the island. And they wonder what Xanathar is going to do about that. You hear some fear in their voices. You guys pass by the town center with the well and head towards the stairs that the Minotaur had taken you to. Oh, excuse me. Also, I forgot to mention, as you guys left the city, you definitely saw the mangled body of the Minotaur just past the bridge.
Oh, yeah.
Who
Living
did
skull.
that? I wonder.
Obvious
Very careful searching.
axe slashes all across the body.
All his gear gone?
I mean, he didn't have any gear. All he had was an axe.
He don't want it that way.
All right, let me bring you guys. All right, as you guys enter this area, you notice that all the stone walkways quite busy with people moving back and forth. Seems a lot of people are gathering up supplies in case of something bad. Because it's not far, it's just over here. It leads you to a small, squat building. She gets to the front door and she knocks. The door opens. And on the other side, you see a elderly woman.
Hello. It has been a while. What is it that I can do for you? We need passage out of the city. And I assume you have payment, yes? Of course we have payment. Please, let us in, before people notice.
She steps back from the door, allowing you all to enter.
Well, you all know the deal. Or rather, you do, Clow.
She waves her hand to a table over in the corner down here. And you can see that in the floor, the stone, there seems to be an etching of a teleportation circle. It is etched in pretty deeply, almost like somebody expertly carved it in. The grooves are only about half an inch deep.
I take it we pay you now?
Well,
Well, it wouldn't make much sense for you to do so after you're already gone.
Indeed. I'll give her my 50 gold.
Zynn will also hand over the 50 gold, but I believe she's trying to get us to put it on the counter, right? So he'll put it on the wooden counter.
yes, she's not taking gold in hand.
Oh, I totally missed that, so I'm standing there looking like a dope. But I'll eventually figure it out when she just stares at me.
Yes, and she definitely does so as she waves once again towards the table.
Sure.
They each put the money down. Then would you be ever so kind as to remove 50 gold from what's his
yes,
face's purse?
Done.
Very well. Cool. You step onto the circle, and you see it takes.
You see it takes up basically this whole corner over here. She begins to chant.
Yara Santa.
As she starts to wave her arms, the runes underneath your begin to glow. Arcane energy flowing through the carving in the floor, and as it gets full, it starts to kind of arc over you all and meet at a point at the top. And as her chanting reaches crescendo, whatever the word is, you know what it is, you get it.
I got you.
She brings both her hands down, and all of you suddenly vanish from where you are, and for a moment you feel like you're falling. Until suddenly you arrive back at the yawning portal. As you guys all land, and the area suddenly comes into view, you hear a few patrons as a wind, seemingly out of nowhere, kind of blows quickly around the room, and the arcane energy around you dissipates. Darnan, who is in the middle of serving drinks and immediately spills them on two patrons, spins around and reaches to his side. Oh, it's you. What are you doing? My God. I gotta give them free drinks. The two dwarves are sitting here just screaming and shouting at him.
Rafe flips him a gold coin.
Oh, nice. Zynn puts his hands on his hips. He's like, "What? You've never seen anybody come back from Skullport before?" As he grins cheekily. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Of course I've seen it happen, but at least they normally come through the normal way. I'm gonna sit here and wreck my tavern.
Just a little breeze. A little breeze is pleasant on a hot day.
You bring a bugbear into the city? Are you crazy? And Cougar immediately removes his hat. Sorry. I'm little bugbear. Durnan looks over at him up and down a little. It looks actually not really all that surprised. Oh, great. A Durgar. Even better. And Cougar kind of chuckles. Halal says, well, if there's anything you need to do in the city for tomorrow, now's the time. Do you have rooms here?
We do. We do. We actually have a few just upstairs.
All right, well, I'm going to have a drink and procure myself a room.
Zynn says, but before you go, would you also be able to potentially see if you can talk to any of the Harpers to let them know the plan? I know you already have some stuff in motion, but maybe you could fill them in on what we talked about today.
She looks around the bar. She goes, I'll go talk to Matrim.
And I've got a letter for him as well, so I'll join.
Very well. She heads over. Cougar is actually going to do the same. Except, yeah, I'll mention that in a minute. But something else happens. Aha, yes, I do have a stat block for that. Awesome. One second. Okay, it just popped up. Perfect. Okay. So those three head to over to the bar. Zynn and Ray. What are you guys gonna do?
Zynn will look over to Ray and be like, "Is there anything you need?"
Ray just shakes her head and then kind of like puts her head down and like her shoulders are slumped. She's sad and just heads up to her room.
Zynn nods, like to himself, kind of as she leaves. He kind of guesses what's up.
Okay. Ray, you go up to your room. What are you gonna do in your room?
Just sleep. Ray's very sad. She's in mourning right now.
Getting into the part of depression when you just lay in bed, eh? I get that.
Can she actually, while she's like sitting on her bed before she like goes to lie down, can she like take Ray's axe or Ren's axe out of the bag and like cleans it up and like make sure that it's in like perfect condition and then kind of wraps it almost like ceremoniously in like a fabric to like keep it safe, and then I'll put it in my bag of holding.
You have fabric?
Let me see what I have in my bag.
I mean, if not, we can say that you asked Zynn to pick up for something nice and fancy. Silk or something.
Yeah, actually that's a good idea. Maybe like a dark greenish color because she liked being outside.
Of course, I can do that.
All right, and then what are you going to do? It's
I'll go
obviously pick up some silk.
Yeah, as I would say. But I would like to go see I think. Did we say that Fletcher does arrows and magic arrows? Just arrows.
Just arrows.
Okay.
So
I'll need to see the Fletcher and then.
well, he can do arrows, and he can commission getting some of his arrows made into magic ones. But like he could do like acid ones. Since acid would take like just it's basically just vials of acid on the
Yeah.
end of a thing. But anything like
Yeah.
magical, he might even be able to make like physical trap ones, things like that.
Yeah. So what? So just so you know what I'm looking for, I'd like to, ideally I'd like to get some +2 arrows, and then I'm also looking for to get a Crimson Starfall arrow.
Okay.
If you remember what that one was.
I don't. Sorry, Crimson Starfall on what?
+2 arrow +2.
Okay.
So the Crimson one, I don't know if that's like I assume it's magic because it takes from your hit dice to use.
Magical empowered by the sacrifice of your own life energy and explodes upon impact. That is definitely something you would have to get commissioned. Let me read it to make something you
Yeah,
can get
I
right now.
I thought it was either gonna. I was gonna have to be like it's either something commissioned or a Bob thing, so I didn't know where that would land.
Hey, Knight of Ice. Thank you for the resub, my guy. You know what? Our contest did technically end last night, but you've been here for a long time now. So I'll add you into the contest. Uh, all right, you got some entries. So yeah, this is definitely going to have to be one is definitely going to have to be commissioned, and it is going to be expensive. I would have to say that the way this thing works.
Yeah, we've got it written down. It's 400 gold is what we were.
Yeah, per arrow, right?
Yeah, per arrow. I just want one. It's more. I mean, just player DM. It's more like the death arrow because it takes from a life force. So it's like if I die or I'm going to die, it's the big bang shot I have set up.
I mean, it would also be perfect to use during your the final stand rule I have.
Yeah,
if you want to say goodbye to your character.
Yeah, it's get it now and then when the time happens, I have it. I don't want to use it right away though, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. So it would have to be a blood mage. They are rare, so not only would it cost 400 gold, but it would definitely take some time to track somebody down that could possibly make this.
Yep, and that's fine. I just wanted to get it started. I figured.
But you can put the order in at the Fletcher.
Sweet. That's awesome.
All right. Yeah. So then you start to head out. Over at the bar though, we're gonna flash to those guys. You all approach, or sorry, the Val and the two NPCs approach Matron. Sterling comes back behind the bar. What can I get you? As he pours Matron another whiskey.
Whiskey sounds good right now.
Val says, one here as well. Notice that the Duergar asked for water. Sterling kind of looks at him sideways. You want water? in me tavern. You best be tipping well. And he throws a gold on the table. He pulls out a sec one. And around for them. Very well. So he covers the drinks for the three of you and his water. Make sure Jernan pours them all into some sort of clean mugs. And Matron says, welcome back. Valeran, you brought Kalal with you, and who's your new friend?
Our new friend is Korga Stonecutter. He is Dwargor, but he's as far as I can tell, a very nice fellow.
Ah, Stonecutter, you say. And he seems to be looking at the armor and the weapon he's carrying. Ugro looks at him. Yeah, Stonecutter. I see. You say so. Well, what is it that I could do for you folks?
So I have this letter, and I will present it to Mateus. What's his name? Dagnabbit?
Matrim. Mattrim.
Matrim. I've got it written down. I just need to get to it. And I'll give it to Matrim and say, this is from a mutual friend.
Who did it come from again?
Came from the fellow in the Mage's shop, who is also I want to say it was also an ally of the Harpers, and I'd expressed an interest in them, and he said,
Mage's
take
shop?
this to Matrim. Or was it the pet shop?
Probably the pet shop.
Okay, pet shop.
Yeah. From Elvira Snowveins.
There you go.
I don't suppose I told you what it said, did I? Of
No.
course not.
And it was sealed with wax, so I didn't know.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Good job, Blair. Primo DM skills as
Rookie
usual.
move.
Hey,
It's okay, I didn't remember where I got it.
get to make fun of myself. I get.
Nope, that's what friends are for.
Oh, fuck me. Oh, he was supposed to find the letter was for him to find the more exotic ones, wasn't it?
Are you talking about pets?
Yeah, the exotic pets.
No. He was looking for pets, but I'd expressed an interest in being a Harper, and he said, take this to Matrim.
Oh, okay. That's the useful information I'm looking for.
I'm happy I had useful information.
Yeah. All right. Matcham takes the letter. Well, look at this one. I'm a little more sober. And kind of tucks it inside of his jacket. He turns to you, Val, and he says, "Oh, did you happen to drop off those moonstones?"
We did, in fact.
Very well. Took you some time, but we did agree on a price. And he pulls out a small pouch. And he places it on the bar in front of you, Val. I believe it was... What did he offer to pay you guys again? I need to find that real quick. Was in Venture Hooks, I believe. Oh, as he hands you the money, he looks to Kalal. So he did give it to you, I assume. Oh, yes, I received the moonstones. Greatly appreciated. Though you did not need to do me such a generous favor. Ah, you kind of saved my life, so it's the least I can do. And Kalal nods. Inside that pouch. Oh, right. Uh, that's what the reward was. So Matron looks at you, Val, and he says, "So, I doubt you've been able to find very comfortable lodgings down there. As payment for delivering these moonstones to Halal, I have a friend. He will give you free room aboard. Soft place to lay your head. Free of charge, of course. In the upper level of Skullport, look for a place called Dalagor's Fortress. A dragonborn mage there takes care of it. His name is Felrax. He pulls out a letter out of the other side of his jacket and hands it to you. Hand this to him when you get there, and this will make
Sorry,
sure.
What was the name again?
Felrax, Fel.
Yeah, he's the
and-
Dragonborn we met already.
No, the name of the location.
Dalagor's Fortress. Dalagor''S Fortress.
Okay, thank you.
He'll give you a safe place to lay your head while you're in that wretched place in the cave. Klaus says, excuse me, but you know what? It is wretched. And they both kind of chuckle. Kugra seems rather interested. Although he's taken his water, he is turned around on his bar stool and he's kind of looking at everything around. But every time that front door opens, you can see him squinting. This place is much nicer than below. That sun. I don't know how you do it. Big glowing thing in the sky. It's blinding.
Might you be more comfortable if we moved away from the door?
I don't really see anywhere else for us to sit.
Over by the stage, there are 3 chairs. I'm sure we could steal a 4th.
Each?
Oh, excuse me. It looks like a dais, upper left corner.
Oh, that's just that's another table.
Yeah. See, we could steal a 4th there.
I think this will be fine. I think that puts us even more in line of the light. But Matrim buys himself some more drinks, and Lau buys herself some more drinks. You guys sit there, conversing for a while. But we're gonna flash over to Zynn. Zynn, as you're walking through, looking for a cloth shop or a material store. Let's see. Let's find a material store. Valeran. Probably the trades board, maybe? Trades board. You had a clothing store. You could probably buy a yard of silk or something. Oh, let's see. Such ones meats glass. Here we go. T35 Ethrox fine silks. So let's give that a good little. Yeah, that's good. 5. All right, help me find T35. Oh, did I bring you guys over? Yes, I did. Okay.
E35.
T35.
Okay.
Found it. Just northeast of Zynn and north of me.
Thank you. Zynn, as you're on your way there, as you guys are at the Yawning Portal, which I believe is C8, right? It is. Um, you cannot help but feel like somebody is watching you. But as you look around, you don't see anybody. That feeling like somebody is boring holes in your back with their eyes stays with you the whole time as you arrive at Maros Fine Silks. You walk in and rather dirty from the dungeon. You walk into what looks to be a very expensive store. Quite obviously, this is for the upper class. As soon as you walk in, let me see who runs this place. This structure is about 3 stories tall. And as you walk in, it doesn't say anything about the person. So we're gonna say human. This particular person has masculine features, and yet has makeup on and is dressed in some of the nicest silks with gold jewelry everywhere. Every say about 4 fingers, 2 on each hand, have rings on them. You see a necklace and a extraordinarily large hat. Ah, hello.
Hello there. Zynn gives a bow.
Are you in the wrong place?
Do you not sell silk?
Oh, well, yes, I do. He kind of looks you up and down. It just seems you're not my usual clientele. I mean no offense. What can I help you with?
Zynn looks over. Well, I am looking for some green silk and perhaps a couple red ribbons to tie it in. I have something I'd like to carefully wrap in this silk.
Oh, I see. May I ask what it is?
It is a very precious family heirloom of an axe.
An axe in silk. Really? Well, I do. You might be in luck. I do have some new items came in. It is very lovely. Give me a moment. And uh, how big is this axe exactly?
Zynn will kind of use his hands to kind of give them a rough estimate of the size and shape of it. Because I don't actually know how big it is. I'm sure he's seen it and knows, but
Well, I'll be honest. That one is going to be a little bit more expensive. As if you want a sheet for an axe that size, you are going to need it extremely wide. That the wider stuff does unfortunately cost a little extra, as it's harder to get. You know, some of these nobles do require it though, as they are thick amongst the middle.
oh, the voice is coming out. Zynn will chuckle along.
Just please come with me. He leads you into the back, where you can see back here. You can hear the sewing machines going. And or sorry, not wow, 1800s. There's no sewing machines yet. Um,
I mean, there can be, who's to say?
you actually
It's your
see
world.
um in the back. Sorry, no, she would take you upstairs. Yeah, to the second floor. She leads you up some stairs, and she does mention to another similarly dressed person, "Oh, dear, could you watch the shop?" "Yes, mother." And she kind of she she starts kind of daintily walking up the steps, very very proper, like she was raised. Or you know what? Give me an insight check. You get the feeling that this person was raised poor. And by the way she tries to handle herself, she tries to make it seem like she is of nobility, like she belongs in a court, and yet something more gutter like about the way she moves. Like she could never properly belong to that society, no matter how hard she tries. But she leads you up the steps, and up there you can hear uh, almost noisy silence. You pass by one door that there happens to be a room full of children. Most are about 8 to 14, and there is a couple of say mid-20s women. Um, they do all look clean, but they seem to be working in utter silence. That's the second level. She continues to take you up further into the third level, where in the room she has hundreds of spools of, or sorry, thousands of spools of thread. There's hundreds of different kinds of silk. Um, she even has areas labeled. Oh, this is from silkworm. This is spider silk, and so on and so on. She leads you to the back, and she starts pulling out several different silk materials. So these are our spider silk. These ones are quite durable. Um, Now we do have these in the proper size you would need to wrap such a precious family heirloom. Which one of these do you think fits what you're looking for? And she brings you out some that are like, one's a neon green, one is a kind of a teal. There's a like a grass green. There's a light pine green, and then there is a deep forest green.
Then we'll pause for a moment, tap his uh, finger to his chin a little bit, and then he'll point to the forest green one. Yes, I believe this would be the best fit.
Very well, very well. That is one of our more expensive ones, just so that you are aware.
Zynn chuckles. Of course it is. Of course it is.
As well, if and do you know how you wish to wrap this? It's kind of important so that I know how much to, dole out for you.
Yes. My assumption is, if possible, we would lay the axe down and in part of it, fold the sides over, and then kind of roll it up a little bit like a sleeping bag, and then tie 2 ribbons to it, one closer to each end.
I see. So she almost like takes your measurement with your hands and she puts it on the thing and on the spider silk. Okay, so we need, and she yanks out probably about 15 yards. She says, well, spider silk is extremely durable. However, if this axe is particularly sharp, I would highly suggest maybe getting something to put over the edges, just to make sure that they don't cut through the silk. I assume you're going to want to wrap it tightly.
Zin nods. That is a good idea. Do you have something here that would help with that?
Let me see. We did actually have somebody who had commissioned something a while ago, but they never stopped by to pick it up. And she digs around through a box in the back, pulls out what looks to be a couple of curved blade blockers or guards. Sorry, blockers. Uh, she says, now these might not fit perfectly, but as long as you wrap the silk tight enough around it, it should still be fine. The silk will be able to hold it. Says, well, 15 yards, and she cuts it at 15 yards after a measurement. Okay, please follow me back downstairs. And she starts to head back downstairs. As you pass by the second level again, you hear a child crying in the sewing room. You also hear somebody, shh, don't let her hear you cry. But my thing, shh. It's fine. We'll bandage it up. Don't worry about it. Stay quiet. She seems to ignore this, other than a glance into the room. And it is obvious that she kind of looks into a little bit of disdain. But she continues back down the stairs. And as you get down to the bottom, she lays it out onto the counter, and she says, now you said you wanted some red ribbon. I assume you want to wrap both sides of this axe, and then probably one or two around the handle, yes?
Okay, I'm sending a picture with the silk and ribbon.
What? Sorry. Snow's sending a picture in the Discord. Is that right? That's what she wants it to kind of look like wrapped wise. Except for it's an axe, not a giant cross.
Where is she sending this in Discord?
Not Discord. The group Facebook.
Oh, so you want one really big ribbon?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I assume she told me what it actually looked like, and I was not describing it correctly at the time. But
Well,
maybe I
let's.
re-describe it to her.
That's probably about 20 foot of ribbon. Should this also be silk?
Zynn will nod. Yes, that might be best.
Red silk. I see. Okay. Well, she kind of does a couple measurements. She says, "Well, probably about 30 feet. Good. Wrap there. Spiral around it. At 20 feet should be good." So she cuts that off as well, and she places it on the counter. She begins to do a calculation. So I said about 20 feet of ribbon, and I said, what? How much?
15 yards, I think you said, silk.
15 yards of silk.
Yeah, does that sound right? That's what I thought you said.
Well, sir, that is 100 gold.
Zynn nods, and he's like, "That's fine."
Excellent. Well, you count that out, and I will wrap this up for you. Begins to wrap this up. And I would like you to get perception at disadvantage. Okay. It is all wrapped up and placed in a nice bundle, tied with, also with a piece of silk. You see him out of the corner of your eye. You can see him kind of like fold it neatly and then kind of roll it very gently, and then use a small like silk string to tie the left and the right of it, and then make like a small handle out of it. Ah, and here you are. Thank you for your business. I hope to see you again.
Zynn nods and he says, "Yes. Assuming everything looks great, I'm sure there'll be plenty more business to be done."
Excellent. Well, I hope you have a good day, sir.
Zynn will bow and then take his leave.
As you leave the shop, once again, feel eyes upon you. But I don't see anything. No one seems to be staring at you. You make your way back. Mounting portal. What have the rest of you, or sorry, I guess Valeran, what have you been doing in the last like maybe hour?
I think I'm going to the Fletcher next, by the way, not the portal.
Oh, okay, the Fletcher.
But yeah, you can shoot to somebody else as well.
Oh, where is the
I just gotta get my stuff and put my order in.
Fletcher. Oh, apothecary, armor, locksmith. I know we marked a Fletcher somewhere, right?
Yeah, I just can't remember if it was called a Fletcher or if it was part of like a larger shop, if that makes sense. Because like there was Riotar's weaponry business, and I can't remember if they had like everything. Like if they're like one of those big shops that's got like a Fletcher, armor smith.
Well, I think it must be because I don't see any other one that would possibly be a Fletcher on that we've marked. I know you've been somewhere before.
Yeah, we have.
Oh wait, what is Patient Fingers? That was a wood shop. Okay, yeah. So Rioters, which is north. Yeah, so I'm gonna say that's taking you probably 5 minutes there, another 15 there, so 10 minutes in the shop. So yeah, it's only been about 35 minutes. Yeah, you walk into Riot Tour. Ah, nice to see you again. What can I do for you, Zynn?
Smiles. Yeah, Zynn smiles. Ah, nice to see you as well. Hopefully you've been keeping busy. I'm in need of a few arrows if you have some.
Oh, I see. And what kind of arrows are you looking for today, Zynn?
Well, I will need some finely crafted arrows. This is Zynn talking about the +2 arrows. A little nicer than these, as he shows the +1s that he has in his quiver. And I'm also wondering if you have something called a Crimson Starfall arrow, as well as a. Sorry, I'm adding this one in. A Shatter Shot arrow. I've heard stories of these arrows, and I think I could make good use of them.
So, well, holy fuck, how's that only an uncommon 3d6 thunder damage?
The Shatter Shot, I know, that's why I was like, it's only uncommon and it's 300 gold. I was like, sign me up for one of those. Still expensive at my level, but sign me up for one.
Holy shit, and it does an AoE of 3d6? Jesus Christ! I mean, I guess that's a max of. Yeah, I guess 300 gold is quite a lot to most. So, yeah, that price is fair.
They lose all their magical properties, right, after
Yeah.
you get them. And then they just become a +1 because they're uncommon, right?
Yeah.
So.
And did I give you a price on +2s?
Yep, 25 GP each.
Damn, I gotta stop giving you guys so much fucking money.
Hey man,
Either that or boost the fucking prices.
Arrows are expensive, okay? This is my first set of fun arrows I've gotten. Well, that's not true. I've got a little bit of fire and lightning arrows.
Yeah, I mean, I try and keep +2s until like level 10 usually. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But
Yeah. If we don't have them,
it's
we don't have them.
arrows. So I mean, it's not like you can't put an order in. He says, "Well, I do have a. He'll tell you he's got 5 plus 2 arrows. Says, but they take a while to make. It if you want more than this, it's probably going to be like a good 3 weeks to get some more."
Zynn nods. She's like, "Of course, I'll take the 5 for now, but can I put in an order for another 25?"
Well, tell you what, the next 5 will be about 3 weeks, and then I can probably get you 5 per week after that.
Zynn nods. Fair enough.
All right. I could do that. And as for Shatter Shot and what was the other one?
Starfall, Crimson Starfall arrow.
Starfall. Those are. I don't even know if I've heard of them. What do they do exactly?
So Zynn will then start to explain the details of how they work, or what he's been told, of course, because I assume he's never seen one either.
I would. You know what? Yeah. I think more. I would need. He would ask you not what they do because you wouldn't technically know, or he wouldn't have the name of them. But he's gonna ask what other kind of arrows, and you can explain to him, what you're looking for, and then how that's gonna. So as you kind of explain what you want these arrows to do, and he's like, those are going to be pricey. I don't know how much. I'll have to find someone that can do. I'll be honest, that's one kind of sounds like blood magic, and the other one sounds like patient. Those are not easy to find. I'll tell you what, you want to put a deposit down for them. I'll take a deposit, but I cannot give you the actual price until I find somebody that could do them. So DM to player, it is going to be what that price that we said.
Yep.
But he just wants a deposit because he's never heard of this, right? So he's gonna have to find somebody.
Yeah, he's got to go figure that out. He's got to do some homework and.
Yeah, and because they're magic, it's gonna cost him an arm and a leg. So he needs something to, just in case. You're like, you come back and you're like, oh no, this is fucking too expensive. I don't want that. Fuck yourself. And then he's in the hole for like $700 or 700 gold, right? That's a lot.
Totally understand that.
Tell you what, you give me 300 gold and a week, and I will let you know if I can get those done. If I can't get them done, you get your deposit back. If I can't get them done, then I keep the deposit and we take care of the rest of what it will cost. Deal?
Then nods and sticks his hands out. We have a deal.
Ryathar shakes. Very well.
So Zynn will start pulling out the 300 gold for the deposit, and then it's 125 gold for the 5 arrows that he currently has, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so he'll pull out 425 gold.
And he will take it. Just keep down, mark down how much you still owe him when you got to pick stuff up. So, 3 weeks, we'll have 5 more arrows, and then you can have a standing order with him of 5 arrows a week after that, of +2s, and then a week he will let you know if he can get those arrows, and it's probably going to take him another week after that to get them. So
Okay, understood. Okay, I gotta take some notes here. But that'll be it for me. Like that is it, and that is all. So you can jump to somebody else while I try to catch all these notes up.
All right.
Unless there's something else we need to do.
No, that is it. Other than the fact you still feel eyes on you. Valeran, what have you been doing in, let's say, about an hour and 20 minutes since Zynn has left?
Drinking with Matrim and ultimately trying to get him to read the envelope earlier, or secondly, pointing out the fact that we're about to try and do something really crazy and explain our plan to him and see if we can get some help.
As you all, you and Matrim and Lal sit and drink, what's his fucking name? I lost it again. Hugra. Back and enjoys some surface food. He's been raving about this the whole time, how good it is. Much better than the stuff from the Underdark. To him, this food is exotic. It'd be like, I don't know, the first time ever having Chinese food in America or Canada. Absolutely loves it. Matrim finally gives in. All right, I'll read the letter. And not knowing the contents, he's like, but you must give me a minute. He walks away over into this, and you see him pull it out and read. Huh. He nods and looks a little impressed. Now, if I remember correctly, uh, Matcham sits back down, looks over at Kalal. So, is he worthy?
What do you mean? Well, according to this letter, it states that Valeran here wishes to join us. Join us? Harpus? Yes. Well, he has been useful so far. Valeran, you do realize we are spies, right? You realize what the Harpers stand for?
My understanding is they were an organization dedicated to the improvement of the Sword Coast through what means are necessary.
Valeran, I would like to talk about where you come from and who you are.
Ask away.
Well, why don't you tell me where you come from and who you are, your your ideals and your friends, the company you keep, the acts that you have done to better lives of the common folk.
Okay, in order. Come from Thay. General attributes. So less than wholesome path, but I've been trying to improve. Recently, the best thing we've done is try to get the Thieves Guild out of the Citadel we were just in. Uh, I forget the rest of it. Also wanted to talk about what else?
Hmm. Hey, you say.
They.
He kind of looks at Matron, or at Kalal, sorry, before looking back at you.
How did you feel about, say, the Red Wizards exactly?
They are disgusting people who need to be purged from the earth. Well, are purged from the Sword Coast. Player to DM, my understanding is they're the slavery cabal, if you will, the leaders of Thay.
Oh, slavery, dark magics, very elitist and classist.
And my answer was right.
Hmm. While I cannot exactly bring you with me right now and give you the insignia and just say, hey, you're in, but
Of course.
continue along your path. If I deem you worthy and you can bring us information and you help us out, then we shall see.
Fair. Thank you for the opportunity.
Kalal and Matron both kind of look to each other and give a smile, a nod. And then Kalal brings up what you are planning with Xanathar Guild.
Really, you'd like to take on Xanathar and the Duergar, or rather, you've already taken on the Duergar, and now you wish to turn Xanathar against them.
So I don't think we're powerful enough as a group to take either faction out entirely. But I think we might be able to clean up the remains if the two factions were to collide.
I see, and what is the plan should this not work and you are in Xanathar's lair before him? You realize what's will probably happen to you, yes?
Yeah, that's not going to be good.
I must ask, why is it that you wish to turn Xanathar against the Duergar? Is it vengeance? Is it the greater good? What drives
It's the
you?
greater good if we
Oh,
get rid of both of those factions. Then we'll leave that town with a chance to install a democratic government.
careful, Briar.
Careful, bro, your American is showing.
Right, we're going to free the shit out of them.
Holy fuck!
They have oil.
Oh my god, they have oil.
Sorry.
No,
I'll try and
that,
control myself.
oh, that was good. That was good. Oh, some funny shit. Um,
I see. So,
I don't know Xanathar to hate him, and the guild are just businessmen. Both of their ethics are questionable, but they're on par with many others out there. This is just one opportunity to make the situation better, or at least try.
I tell you what. You succeed and make it out alive without more damage to innocents and the common folk. And you have your place.
Fair.
what's that?
Fair. FAIR?
Yes. Okay. Sorry, it was Mike a little crackly. I got you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No worries.
Well, I think that I've had enough to drink for the evening. Derlin, could you give me my room, please?
Of course, Mom. And he takes her coin. Mom. Ma'am with an accent. Mom.
Gotcha.
He grabs he takes her payment and he heads up to the room. At this point, it's only about say. So you know what? It's hitting about 5:30 at this point. She heads up to the room, and at this point, then you walk back in the door, just as you see her, Halal heading up the stairs. You spot Valeran and Matcham over at the bar. What do you want to do?
Zynn noticing Val and Matcham over at the bar, he'll kind of start walking over and be like, "Hello there, how's it going? Hopefully everything's been going smoothly on your end."
It's
Well,
been going. Oh, sorry. I wasn't
not
sure what you
bad.
were doing with this.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Been going. That is good to hear. I have just come back. I've got some commissions done at the Fletcher. And then he'll look at Val. Do you happen to have any juice left, or did you use all your spells up for the day?
I have plenty of spells I'd be happy to share. Let's find somewhere quiet.
I don't. Oh wait, what time of day is it?
5:30ish.
5:30.
Sorry, 5:30ish.
Yeah. Then it'll be perhaps after we have a bite to eat. Something we'll convene a little later on about. I'll just need some help with my ring, of course.
Of course. Savage, is Arcane Bob still open? Or is he closed by 5:30?
He's probably still open, I guess.
All right, if you'll excuse me, Zane, I've got one errand I have to run. I give him what's coming, and I'll be right back. My spells are all yours then.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Hey, so Val, you head off to Arcane Bob's. It's gonna take you a little while to get there. Zin, what are you doing?
Since he's gonna head to Bob's, I'll probably grab some food from Dernan and maybe grab some food for Ray as well. And I'll head up to check in on her, and then also give her the silk.
Okay. Yeah, you bring up a couple plates. Tonight he had a lazy day. He was hungover. He just made some stew. It's good stew, but it's just stew. But as you head up
Should
the
I get a
stairs,
glass of milk as well?
yeah, and your milk and your drink as well. You manage to get them up the stairs, dodging the drunken folks going up and down the stairs. You manage to get into the room safely. You knock on Ray's door.
The door wasn't closed tightly, so it just slightly opens when he touches it.
Door swings open a little bit.
I'll like poke my head through while I continue to open the door. Hello?
And Ray's just sitting on the bed, like polishing the axe and like cleaning it up and stuff. She wipes like a tear from her face.
She's been doing this for like an hour and a half. It's the shiniest fucking axe you've ever seen in your life.
Yo, bro, we're moving slow, okay? There's no rush.
Mirror finish and everything.
As I walk towards her, I'll look for like a table or something to set down the food.
Yeah, there's a nightstand there.
Okay. He'll set down the food and the milk. Ray, I brought you something to eat. I hope you haven't had anything to eat yet.
She'll just like shake her head but won't look up from what she's doing.
And I'll continue to walk over towards Ray. I also got the silks you wanted, and I'll like start to pull them out of the bag.
As he's doing that, Ray will like be rummaging through her pouch to like pay him money. Again, not saying anything.
Zynn will be like, no, don't worry about it. This is for a friend, of course.
And then she'll just like set down the axe on the bed and like slowly get off the bed and just walk up to Zinn and like give him a really big hug. And then take the material and then sit back on the bed with the axe and start slowly wrapping it up.
Before you get to wrapping it, unwrap it. You start to lay it out, and it is quite long. However, I feel like there's something in the center of it. And unwrap it, though a little slower than you were. And as you unfold it all the way in the center, a letter with a wax seal on it. Turn it over. The back side of it says E D.
Ray will just like look at it and then be like, she sees the Z and then just assumes that it's for Zinn, so she just hands it to Zinn and then just like continues what she's doing.
Did I notice her unwrap it from there, or am I just noticing her hand it to me?
Well, I mean, unless you're like, watching yourself twiddle your thumbs, I would assume you. Yeah, yes.
Okay. Zinn kind of gives her a curious look. I don't recall asking for a letter to be put in there. As he kind of like thumbs his finger under the wax seal to kind of pop it open.
You pop it open.
It explodes.
Not quite. As you pop it open, the way it was sealed, it hid one corner. And this isn't normal parchment. It feels very, very thin. And you notice a small vial in the corner as you're reading it. And it simply says 10 p.m. Silk store. Alone. And then it immediately bursts into actually it doesn't even it immediately
Inspector
just
Gadget?
suddenly burns away into nothingness.
Well, that isn't the weirdest part of my day so far. And he kind of ignores the letter for the moment and sits down beside Ray. Kind of trying to inspect the axe. Looks like you've done quite a fine job on this. I can see my face in it as he like looks at his teeth, like as if he's trying to pick his teeth a little bit, making a joke out of it.
Ray says nothing.
Zinn just nods to himself and puts the axe back down gently.
And I assume you hand her the guards for the key.
Yes.
Okay.
How are you holding up?
Fine.
I know it was a hard day for us today, but those Drugar will pay.
Ray just like nods as she like wipes a tear from her eye.
Zinn nods. He'll be like, but you should eat, and he'll kind of point towards the food.
All Ray says is when it's finished.
Zynn will nod as well, and he'll just kind of be quiet and watch and sit in this space with her for a bit.
She begins to
Yeah,
wrap the
yeah.
axe. She puts the guards on, and she wraps it. Wraps the silk. Starts with the left side and the flat side of the axe. Not right along the blade, but in between, where it widens and the handle part of it. Begins to wrap it over that, and then further over the blade, and then she goes back to the other side and wraps that side of the axe. Then brings it down and begins to tightly wrap it around the staff of the handle of the axe. And Ray, as you're doing this, what is showing on your? How are you reacting? Wrapping up this weapon that was supposed to be one of your closest friends. New toy.
Just like super stoic, no emotion, but like the occasional tear will like fall, and then she'll just like wipe it away really quick before like Zynn sees that she's crying.
As you get to the end, realize that there is a small strip of stickiness to help turn this into an adhesive, like an adhesive strip, so that you can stick it on there without it. But sorry, as you stick it on, you kind of lift one corner and you realize that it won't come off easily, but it's also not going to ruin the fabric. It does make the newly wrapped axe look especially beautiful, and then it's wrapping. But as you finish, then use the ribbon to follow almost the same pattern as the way you wrapped it. As you tie it at the bottom, wonder when or if you are ever going to get to see your friend again.
And Ray's just like she's just holding the axe in her hand, just like staring at it, saying nothing, and just sniffling.
Now that it is wrapped, the two of you wish to do.
Ray just like sets the axe. Okay, wait, is Zynn sitting on my bed?
Yes, beside you.
Okay, so I'll just like set the axe. Like I'll reach over because Ray's like sitting closer to the wall. So she'll reach over and like put the axe on the. No, she'll hand the axe to Zynn, like just like put it in his lap, and then just kind of pull the blankets up from the bed and just like snuggle in the best she can without like physically pushing Zynn off the bed. She'll just say nothing and then like face the wall.
Zynn will sit there just for a moment and be like, "It's like I'll leave you to your thoughts. But please do make sure you eat." And he'll get up, start walking grab his plate and his food, and he'll take it to his room.
And with that, we are going to take our 10-minute break, everybody. I need to run to the bathroom and get some more iced coffee. So we'll be back 10 minutes. That is quarter after, please. See you in a few. All right, sorry I'm late. I was working on a voice real quick.
You're fine.
Rude.
Oh, wow.
So I gotta ask. Let me know if this, if you can understand this voice very well.
Hello, how are you?
Understandable.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
That one sounds clean.
Good, good.
I can't wait for you to see who it belongs to.
Probably somebody we aren't gonna want.
You think so?
Yep.
So
Usually it's a bad guy.
I don't know. I'd consider this person an anti-hero. But anyways, so as you head back to your room to eat, Valeran, you are heading to Arcane Bob's.
Yes, sir.
You know what? I believe that your new friend is going to accompany you. Along the way, he seems to want to have a conversation.
All right.
Oh, from Thay, huh?
Yes, sir.
There's one country I refuse to deal with.
I don't blame you. There's a reason I don't live there anymore.
Tell me about yourself, Valeran. Why'd you leave? Travel all this way? This is a long way from Thay.
That's exactly why, because it's a long way from Thay.
I've traveled all over. Still young for a dwarf. Only 93.
There you go. That's the prime of your life.
I trying to make a name for myself.
So that's your goal then, to make a name?
It's one of it. I have things to make up for.
I'm sure we all do. So what kind of name do you want to make?
Do not crave power. Well, no more so than to make the world a better place. I'm more... Well, I'm often torn between my deities. He grabs each one of his holy symbols he wears around his neck in session, and he says, I follow 3 different ones. Protection, as he shows you an insignia. You can give me a religion. Pretty simple. This one is pretty widespread in across most of Faerun. One is Helm. It says, a Lord of Patience. Which... Shit, where'd it go? I know I wrote these down last night. Oh, right here. And you can give me another religion. One is Tyr. And one lord of war, peace, and life. Another religion. This one is Angarad. This one you rolled best, so I'll give you the most information on this one. You know that this particular deity, it actually has 3 different parts to it. One side of war, one of peace, and one of life. And the main theme of the 3 deities that make up this one are that war, peace, and life are all part of the same cycle. Cannot have peace without war. So if you're going to make war, then make it bring peace. So that you may heal the common folk from their strife.
Okay. So that's interesting. How do you follow 3 deities? Most folks have a hard time following one.
That is sometimes my burden. Then you cannot have one without the other, or you often will turn to zealotry. I must fight for justice and to protect those who cannot protect themselves. I may be a mercenary, but I also have my own code, my oath. And through following the teachings of these 3 deities, I find myself conflicted how to handle situations, but have faith that I'm on the right side of things. I will bring about the betterment of people. Maybe even be able to redeem someone who seems lost. What some people might even call a curse.
Well, good luck with that.
So where is it we're going again? Somebody named Bob?
Yes, Arcane Bob, purveyor of all things magical. Very nice fellow. You'll like Bob.
I definitely heard of him, but I never met him before.
Allow me to introduce you.
Hi. You guys make your way to his little ramshackle tent. And as you all arrive, as you and
Okay.
yes, dude, I said it like
I
a
just had
100
to look
times
it up.
tonight, and I can't even fucking remember. As Kugra enters with you, as usual, Arcane Bob be snoring away.
Walk over and gently rouse Arcane Bob.
You walk over and kind of whisper to him. He snores for a moment. You kind of give a gentle knock on the desk. Ah, 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 ah. Right.
Bob, how goes it?
Oh no! Did I not add that voice? That voice. No. Well, you're gonna have to do with my old man voice. I apparently didn't add it. Oh.
Ooh.
Valeran. Hi. Durgar. Sorry.
He's a good guy.
Apologize.
He's fine.
I don't see many of your kind very often. Ah, Fine. Most of us aren't worth the salt we come from.
Cougar, this is Bob. Bob, this is Cougar. Stonecutter.
He
We've
looks
made a
at him.
conundrum out.
Looks at him and regards his armor. Stonecutter, huh? Give me an insight, Valeran. Bob seems to have some sort of inkling of recognition as he regards the armor.
Ah, do you perhaps know him, Bob? Or know of him?
Ugra kind of we ain't never met, right, Bob? No, we've never met. Are you sure it's Stonecutter? That armor and weapon, it reminds me of something. Can't put my finger on it though. Nah. Just happened to come across this in a shop one day. Okay. Anyway, what can I do for you boys?
So, player to GM. This is going to sound really petty, and I apologize, but Ren had been wearing a pair of boots, the velvet kind. Question is, do you care if I take them back, or shall I purchase another pair? And there's no wrong answer. I had given him to her to sneak past something, and I had never taken them back.
She didn't. She was unable to leave you guys her bag of holding, was she?
I don't think she was.
Then she's got them. I'm sorry.
It's okay, bro. It's the game. All good. So, Bob, we're well, but I need two things from you. One is another pair of boots of elven kind, if you have them. Two is a scroll, the 4th level spell, Banishment, if you have it.
I might be able to find something. And I'm getting a voice from somewhere. Oh, it's in my head. It says, screaming something profanity-wise. I believe it's saying, fuck your ingenuity. I know exactly what you're gonna do. Oh, damn.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I fucking do. Smart, though. It's smart. It's very smart.
Charismatic.
Son of a bitch. Let's see. Where is...
And if you don't want me to for plot armor, that's totally cool too. I get it.
No. It's cool. I mean, that's actually really good thinking. I didn't even think about that.
To bring everybody else in the scroll of banishment, usually just hold somebody for a minute. But if they're from another plane and you finish the spell the entire minute, then they're banished to that plane permanently, and they have to come back some other way.
Oh.
Love that, Brett.
Like her.
Uh-huh. You know what? I honestly, I can't even be mad. That's actually smart.
Thanks, man.
Where is my...
We're using our noggins to overcome obstacles, and
Exactly,
by we,
that's
I mean
good.
the boys.
Yeah.
No, you've saved my ass so many times it ain't even funny. I'd be two pieces still if it weren't for you.
Got you anytime.
Here it is.
Same, homie.
So, level 4 spell. Oh. How much gold you got?
Enough. I looked it up.
Yeah?
Assuming you go by the standards in the handout.
Well, the scroll is 1,250 gold.
Sold, Bob.
Very well. And the boots, they were what, uncommon, right?
I think so. Yeah, they don't even require attunement.
They'd be uncommon. Uncommon. Where the fuck? Potions? Oh, there it is. I believe they're uncommon, wondrous. Think, right?
Let me look.
Wondrous, uncommon. Well, that's boots are gonna be about 2,000 gold. Didn't I sell you some of those before?
Yeah, I wore through the souls on them.
Magic item. You shouldn't be able to wear through anything on it. It's
I really ought to get a refund for it, Bob.
ah fucking hell. He's going to incite that shit so hard. Do I have a stat block for him? I don't. But he's gonna have advantage because he knows about magic items and he knows it's fucking.
Oh
It's
yeah, no, I'm just trying to
it's
bullshit him. This isn't
definitely.
even as serious. I'm trying to convince him this is just a fucking around kind of thing. He's not going to believe that.
Yeah, he's definitely not.
Yeah,
I think you might be trying to pull one over on me there, Val. It's a magic item, though.
come on, Bob. Next you'll be telling me I'd like to tie your shoelaces together.
Wait, somebody did that to me recently.
Yeah, it wasn't me,
Somebody
Bob.
by the name of Sulamine.
Sounds like an asshole.
Actually, no, he didn't know who it was, but he knew it was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he didn't
a
figure it
group. He was with a group of adventurers from another world. Yeah, I was with a group from. I believe they came from Wildmount. Uh, a bunch of them, Sulamine and Wabu. They brought in a bunch of dead people and resurrected them all, and well, reincarnated some. Some of them were not happy about their new body, especially the ones who woke up naked.
Sounds like a pretty shady bunch, Bob.
Well, they're dealing with some pretty hardcore shit. You know, they're I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do, right? You gotta
Yeah, what are you going to do?
find your jokes when you can get them.
Exactly.
But yeah, so 3,250 gold for the lot.
Let me count my pennies real fast. Yep. Okie dokie.
Getting close to broke, ain't you?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right. Well, pleasure doing business. Anything else I can get you?
No, sir, that is all good. Thank you.
Oh, I lost the hand. Uh, Awesome. Yeah, he's got the money for shit. All right. Oh, so you'd be a magic seller, Bob. Purveyor of all kinds of magical goods and eccentricities. Yes. Well, it was a pleasure to meet you, Bob. Hopefully, I will have some money in the near future, and I might stop in for some goods of my own. Oh, yes, of course, of course. Always willing to make some sales, of course. Uh, Ugra asks you, is there anything else you'd be needing here, Valeran?
No, Bob, but two things I'll sell. One I'm going to identify if you'll give me a moment, and I'll identify the cloak we picked up from the fish person whose name I forget down in the right
Wait.
before we got to the fort.
It was the Cloak of Manta Ray, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I could give you probably 1,000 for this. For the
Sold,
cloak.
Bob.
All right. And
Sold.
what was the other thing?
The dust of sneezing and choking. Player to party. Do y'all want the cape, or do you want me to sell it and split the money? I should have asked before I did that.
You're good to sell. You're good to sell that, I think.
You good too, Ray?
Yep, sell it.
Okay, cool.
Well, this is kind of a one-time use thing.
But very useful when you need it. As I say, better to need it, not have it, than, or have it not need it than need it not have it.
I'll give you 300 for it.
Done and done, Bob.
So, one thing I probably should have put into the magic item handout is if it is a single-use thing, it's going to be a lot cheaper, both to buy and to sell. I probably should have put that in there, but if it's got multiple uses, it'll probably be the same price. But if it's a single-use item like this is, yeah, it's going to be cheaper.
Totally makes sense on my end as well.
Well, spend some money, got some money back. Always a pleasure doing business, Valeran.
And can we distribute now to the party? Because I don't want to forget, because I forget shit. I don't want to forget that.
That
So I think
Alzheimer's
everybody,
again, eh?
dude, yeah. So I think everybody gets like 3 shit.
433 gold apiece.
Thanks, Zynn.
Because it's 1,300 total, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hope to do business again.
Thanks, Bob. Sleep well.
Yeah. Immediately starts snoring again. As you and Cougar go to leave, Cougar looks at you. Wow, he passes out pretty hard, huh?
He does.
That nonsense. Alright, give me one moment. For some reason, this Cougar's token did not save. One of these days, I will actually be fully ready when the session starts. I swear.
It's all good.
I don't believe you.
Okay,
You
neither
just
do I.
you need a loading screen for the game.
There we go. So yeah, you guys head back. Zynn, after you're done eating, what are you doing for the next hour while he's off doing it? Or I think it takes about an hour and a half.
I'll probably clean myself up, kind of go through all my arrows, kind of organize all that stuff while I wait for him to get back, shine up my blades, make sure everything's in good condition.
By the time you get back, Valeran, it is roughly about 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. Walk in and the tavern is bustling.
Bumping, as the kids say.
Indeed.
Do I see Zynn and Ray?
They are both in the room.
Then I'll go up to check on them because it's been a while since I've seen them.
Sure. Whose room are you going to first?
I'll try Zynn's first.
All right. Then you hear a knock at the door.
Zynn will open it. Hello, and he'll see Val. And be like, oh, come in, Val. How did your trek to Bob's go?
Yeah, well, thanks. I've got some things that I think might be handy.
Very nice, very nice. How big? Oh, before I forget, are you able to help
Absolutely,
me
that's the idea.
putting a charge of haste into the ring?
I would be happy
You
to. I've
have
got haste, and I've got a couple of shield if you need them.
I don't need the shield. I still have those, but the haste will fill up my ring to
Done
max
and done.
capacity.
I will do the
Amazing.
deed.
And then while you're doing that, Zyn will chat with you. How's the new guy?
Disgustingly good. He seems like he's very benevolent, if you will. Follows three gods, just wants to help. A very cheerful fellow. I suspect he may have a bit of a dark past, but he doesn't like to really go into detail.
Well, Zyn will like look at himself and look at you. I feel like that seems to be the theme of this group.
So it is. So it is.
And then he'll tone will shift a little less joyful. Ray seems to be taking it pretty heavily.
Understandably, Ren was a good friend to us all, and I'm just pissed as hell that we can't go after her.
Me as well. One task at a time. I need to get a little bit of revenge first. Those stupid Drugar. And then perhaps we'll see.
So, player to DM, if we were to go after Ren, I think the threat we were left with was that the big bad would kill our family. Is that accurate?
Indeed.
Got it. Okay. Big
And
sigh.
judging with the amount that were there, that wouldn't, you'd be aware that the ones who were there were not even the full tribe, because there was only weirboars, a couple weirrats, weirbears, and a couple werewolves. But you have also seen were crocodiles, were sharks. You would definitely know that that was basically a small contingent of their forces, so to speak.
In character, Val would still try and never leave a friend behind, but out of character, I understand the plot reason for it. Um, yeah, cool. So in character, I'll just go with Zin's plan to get revenge.
Yeah, just because like it Val, you are compared to most commoners and shit, you are brilliant as fuck. So you would definitely be aware that like going after right now with with as little power as you have, even though you are powerful, but it's still small power. It would definitely be a suicide mission. It's one of those you know live to fight another day kind of situations.
Yeah, well, let's still go for it. He'd banish the fuck out of one of them.
Zyn also states, and Val, let's not forget we have to help you through your plight as well before we can go after Ren. We'll need to make sure everybody's in control of all their faculties at all points in times.
Oh man, I'm
Chomp
good.
chomp, bitch. Chomp chomp.
I'm trying, motherfucker.
Speaking of which, by the way, Val, since you are now the only lycanthrope in the group, it is
Tracking
going
it
to
already.
be what?
Tracking it already. The days till I go woofy.
Yep. So just make sure you edit the handout to reflect what day it is and so on.
Oh, okay. Where's the handout? Like in our
Player
bulletin here?
information handouts, calendar, and moon cycles.
Ah, okay. I will do that.
So yeah, we're let's see. All players can be edited by alright, I'll just change that to all players. There, now you can edit it. So you
Okay.
just you hit the edit button, you take a look at day, day of the week, the day of the month, and so on, and just edit that in the sheet.
Gotcha. No problem.
And remember that lycanthropy, it goes off for 3 days: the day of the full moon, and the day before and after.
Got it.
All right. Well, Ray, you still in your room?
Yeah, man, I'm snoozing.
All right. And Ugra has gone back to his. You guys have filled the spell storing ring with a spell.
Yep. Yeah. I
What
already
all
have
spells are in it right now? 2 shields.
2 shields and 1 haste.
All right.
Yeah. So Zynn will talk with Val for a bit, but Zynn is going to, in quotation marks, turn in early at around 9:30.
As well, Val. I've got to work on learning a spell.
Okay. At this point, it's probably about 8:30. Or no, it'd be we'll put it at 8:30. Valeran, how long and how much gold does it take to do that spell in your spell book?
150 gold in 6 hours. So I'll be sleeping in.
Boy, sleeping in, huh?
Ouch.
Val, since you're the one sleeping in, I want you to roll me a d20. One. Okay.
Whew.
All right, give me 1 minute, guys. I just got a raid. Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming in.
Woo!
Appreciate it. We still got about another 40 minutes left in this session. But appreciate the raid for sure, Rogus Tem. Oh, I did that wrong. There we go. No, that was wrong too. There we go. Hope your session went well. Just so you are aware, other than raids, I tend not to answer during a D&D session in voice. I will try to answer as much as I can in chat during the session. Appreciate you all coming in. Hope you all enjoy what's left of the session here. We're in the middle of episode 45 of Lost Minds and the Mad Mage. They are currently making a plan to turn Xanathar against the Durgar, who they just helped take over
Surprise for y'all when the play
Skullport.
starts.
Should we be
Oh, damn.
scared?
Oh.
No, I don't. I just realized I don't. I
Oh.
just looked at Lehman's tiny hut. The casting time's a minute. Oop. I was going to drop it and just step in and out of it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, that'd be too OP.
So,
No, you'd have to have it set up there already.
Mm-hmm.
so you're going to take your 6 hours to learn the banishment spell?
No, I can't. It's 4th level. I don't get that until level 7.
Oh, which
Which
you
is
guys
like
are
our
level
next
6,
level up.
right?
Right. This is the one with the
Yeah.
shot in the dark.
Oh, that's a shame, because you know what's really funny? During this long rest, you guys are leveling up.
Dick.
Yeah, I had that plan that you guys are going to level up during this long rest, but unfortunately, if you wait another day, Xanathar is going to know exactly who helped you or Gars. So it's going to be up to you how you guys want to handle it. But
Yeah.
Ray, since you're already turned in for the night, you can go ahead and start your level up. Valeran, you can as well. Zynn, you're going to have to wait since you are leaving the tavern for a few minutes. Let's see.
Yep.
Chart 5E. So you guys can put in your leveling experience. Going to level 7, so 23,000 experience.
Question. Player to player to DM.
Yep.
If he turned in early, got up early, and then spent 6 hours first thing in the morning to learn the spell, would that work?
He has to prep his spells at the end of the long rest. So he could totally learn it, but he would not be able to prep it.
And you can't prep spells unless you have another long rest, right?
Right.
Dang. Okay.
That's
The
cool.
experience
Worth it.
is 23,000 experience. So you put that in, and then you guys can begin your level up. Zynn, you, sir, you sneak out, and you're aware that it's only about a 5-minute walk back to Silk Shop. As you approach the front door, there's no lanterns lit. It seems like it is closed. What do you wish to do?
Sorry, the note said out front or in?
It didn't. It literally, the exact words were 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Silk Shop, alone.
Okay. I will give it a minute then. Outside. I'm not going to start knocking in because if it's not supposed to be for them, I don't know who sent it, so.
Well, it was wrapped in the silk you got there. But you wait a few minutes and you hear the clock tower ring. Ding, ding, ding. 10 times. It is now 10 p.m. and nobody seems to have shown up.
Okay. I'll knock on the door then.
There.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Enter.
Zynn will open the door slowly and walk in.
As you enter this dark shop, everything is silent. No lights on, but with your dark vision, you can see the same person who you dealt with earlier. However, the voice is different. And as you close the distance, watching carefully,
Welcome, Zynn. I'm a big fan of your father.
he pauses and waits for an answer.
Can I see this person now?
You can. You don't have true sight, do you?
No, just supreme dark or superior dark vision, whatever it's called.
It looks like the same person. But give me a perception. you hear something. Mm, mm, mm. Behind the counter, you hear muffled shouts, like somebody is bound and gagged.
And who might you be? As Zynn kind of glares at this impersonator.
The person reaches up and looks like they're gripping something, almost like the brim of a hat, but you see no hat. As they lift it, their form suddenly changes. They give a large, flourished bow, and as he stands back upright, you see a dark elf before you, bald.
Jarlaxle, is that you?
Hey, you're not here, you shush. Bald head and an eye patch.
My name is Jarlaxle. I'm the leader of Bregandar. Your father and I have had plenty of dealings in the past.
Player DM, what has my character heard about him? Because I would have only known what my mother has told me, so we didn't cover that.
You would definitely be aware of what Bregandar was. The fact that they are a clandestine band of unwanted drow.
Yeah, they're part of No House, effectively.
Exactly, yes.
A collection of dead houses of men.
Yeah, that or people that were ones that had shunned, exiled, or escaped before they, were thrown into the Drider pits.
Yes, I have heard of your house, not of you, but of your house, if you would call it a house.
A house. I guess you could call it that. I have heard what has happened in the Undermountain as of recently. Must applaud you, that is quite well done. Turning one against the other. Something out of my own playbook. What happens is that I had my own spies. I am understanding that you are heading down into to see the Xenophon. Yes?
It seems your spies are very well informed.
He says as he kind of looks at his fingernails.
I missed all of that. It didn't come through.
He says, well, as he kind of looks at his fingernails, kind of rubs them on his vest, polishing them up slightly.
If you're going down in that way, I require something, if you will.
Require something. I may have heard of your family, but I do not know who you are, nor have I heard much of your dealings with my father. And yet you ask for something.
Well, I do not ask for something without proper payment, of course. Tell me, have you ever met your father?
Never once.
Would you like to?
Zynn's eyes kind of go a little bit wide just for a split second before he tries to contain himself.
As soon as your eyes go wide, you can see the smile on his face.
It might be nice to see my father.
You do a slight job for me, and we'll see about bringing you two together. At the very least, I'll be able to give you a location where you might be able to find him.
Zynn pauses. And how do I know you would have such information if I haven't even heard of you dealing with my father before? Only your statement is what I have.
Because I am good at my job. The reason you have not heard of me is because I do not want people to hear of me. You have met spies, but you have never met a spy master, have you?
Zynn nods. And what is it exactly you ask for?
Of somebody in the Zenith Arts organization. Unfortunately, our operatives have been either killed or maybe turned into something I do not know. But my other spies do tell me that the person we are supposed to meet has not been discovered yet. I cannot tell you any more without you accepting the job.
You do not give me much to go off of. I don't know your alignment. I don't know what you have to do with the Xanathar Guild. Are you with them? Are you against them? I know you have spies there, and they may have been captured, but it doesn't give me much to go for.
I am not with them. I can tell you that much. I am in a league of my own. Though I normally get paid to do jobs, this one is all for me.
All right. So the ask is to find this individual. Correct?
Kind of hums and haws, and he said,
Well, that is the first part of the job. He has something. He has the details of what will need to be done. You will help him do that.
It's quite the large ask for help of something I don't know the end result of before I accept. Tell me this.
Well, the price, or the cost of what it will take me is giving you information that you did not have. And I trade more information that I do in, well,
Can you at least tell me this? Will there be any injury to innocents caused by or during this event?
he thinks for a moment.
if it all goes to plan, then no. If it fails, well, then that will be on you.
Well, then out with it. What is it that you need? In detail.
Fair warning. I do not take failure well.
You may roll me an insight if you wish. You're not really sure what he means, but you know it ain't good.
And then a warning to you as well. I don't take kindly to those who lie to me or mislead me. So this better be truthful.
You have the word of Jarlaxle. I promise you, it is definitely worth it. For the job, second in command of the Xanathar Guild, and Major Delmo. Sorry, no, not the Major Delmo. There's a drow mage that has been with Xanathar Guild for a long time. His name is Gnarl. He's one of very few drow in the Xanathar Guild. He's one of my men. You find him. You help him complete the job. And I will get you the information. Do we have a deal? Zynn?
Understood. We have a deal. Now what is the job?
I told you. Gnarl will have the rest of the details.
Understood.
It meant no offense, but I do not give all details out to everybody. You get caught. It comes down on me and my organization, which I cannot allow. Mutation is everything, you know.
I feel like I've heard that once or twice before. DM to player, can you spell that name in chat?
NAR''L.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. I thought it was with the changer, it doesn't come out quite as clean.
Yeah, no. Like I said, I need to work on some of these voices when I get the time.
It's all good. Is there anything else you wish to discuss?
Yes. What should I do with this one? As he point.
Sorry. As he points at the one bound and gagged behind the counter. As you look over, it is the person who was in the silk shop earlier. Now you are aware what this person does. How he makes money. Child labor. So he's asking what you want to do with him. You can roll me an insight.
Yeah, I mean, I think I know what he means, but I'll roll the insight anyway.
I believe that he is aging. He's trying to get more knowledge about you, how your mind works, and where your sense of honor or lack thereof might lie.
Well, it's pretty simple, isn't it? You'll let the shopkeep go, of course, after you free all those people upstairs. Perhaps they might be a better fit in your family. You could show them a good life, or at least a more respectable life than this.
Interesting. Very well. We'll see you soon, said the warden.
And he seems to just stand there, waiting for you.
Zynn will give a short nod, and then he will head for the door.
As you step outside, same thing has been going on all day. You start to feel eyes on you. Give me a perception. Wow.
It's just not my luck.
You look around, but you do not notice anybody. The street seems empty. It's silent. But as you head back towards the inn, it doesn't seem to go away, a feeling. As you get back, probably about 10:30ish, taking your rest.
Yeah. I'll head to bed then. Once I get back after all that, brain is probably flying a mile a minute, so I probably don't sleep very well at first. But
Okay. It takes you a
no,
little.
I'll do my level up.
Yeah, it takes you a little while to get to sleep, but finally, you do, and you can get your level up in. Speaking of which, what did I say it was? 23.
Why did it roll twice? Oh, I screwed up. Sorry. Supposed to roll once.
Well, the 10 was the first one you rolled, so take that plus your con mod.
Nice. Yeah. When I did it, it seemed to adjust correctly when it went down to 1.
Because
Finally,
this
good roll. I needed that.
because this one's an NPC and he's supposed to be your tank. I'm cheating on his roll, but that's because it's an NPC.
That's fine.
Then you may want to put in a modifier on your bow for an additional 2d6. I just put it in the chat as an optional modifier.
Oh, for a damage mod.
Yeah, what he said.
Okay.
That's not that
Oh,
bad. Hey,
for
that
if you do
again?
it, yeah. Because it takes one
Yeah.
action to last for an hour. Oh, that is
Yeah.
very nice. Okay. That's sick.
5 new spells, huh? I didn't think Paladin's got this many spells, but okay.
Okay, level up's complete. I'll just work on this nether weapon thing.
Oh, wait. Oh, not until level 9. Gotcha. Okay. So, the morning, well awake. Ray and Val, you may prep your spells today. Then, what are you doing while they're prepping this?
I'll come and get dinner, or not dinner, breakfast ready for the group.
Okay.
Maybe bring them their food.
Who's room you going to first?
I'll go to Valerian's room first.
Valeran.
Yeah, sorry, Valeran.
Oh, Valeran does sound nicer, actually. I'm good either way. Oh, it does, really.
Val's room.
Does it-
You knock on the door.
Come on in.
Hello, I figured I'd bring you some breakfast while you get ready for the day.
Thank you, thank you. Got all kinds of good surprises.
Yeah, yeah. I had quite the interesting night last night.
Do tell.
Well, you see, sorry, Savage. The note did say tell no one, but he didn't mention anything when we talked, right?
Correct.
It
said come
or
alone.
It just said come alone. Okay, never mind. Okay, good. He didn't explicitly say I can't tell anybody. I'm going to tell.
He didn't specifically say you can't tell anybody, but you would definitely get the feeling he wants his name left out.
Yeah, I'm not.
But
gonna give- I'm
beyond
not gonna
that,
give names.
yeah, man.
Yeah. So I'm gonna sit Val down, let him know I received a mysterious note. I'm gonna leave out the name, let him know that I met an individual that happens to know my father, and then let him know that the individual is requesting some help in exchange for some information of where my father might be, and that's very important to me. And I'll tell him like
support
kind of
you.
all the details that I know.
I'll support you in it. Let's do it. Right after we kill these guys, we'll go deal with that if that works, or we can go the other way.
I appreciate that. I think they're going to align. It sounds like if we get rid of Xanathar, it'll free up the individual that we need to speak to.
Perfect.
So
Ray, you get a knock on your door.
Oh yeah, again, like the door's not fully closed, so like people could just come.
You
And I'm
hear
still in bed.
the heavy footsteps of Kugra. Excuse me, Mom.
Ray will just like roll over and like open her eyes and be like, "What?"
Think we'd be getting ready for the day, or should we maybe get the others together and discuss a plan?
Ray will just like make a little like grunty sound and then kind of do this like little shoe motion with her hand and be like, "I'm coming."
All right, well. He heads off and Valen's in. You guys hear a knock at the door.
your room, man.
Come on in.
I'm not gonna.
Sorry, pointer.
I'm gonna let.
Did I-
I'm not gonna tell him to come into your room.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good.
He kind of like has his hand over his eyes. Are y'all be decent?
I'm going to stand up quickly and quietly and lower my trousers and then say yes.
He looks at. What you be calling decent? By the gods! Pull up your pants, man.
I'll pull my trousers back up and laugh. Because I'm childish.
Good thing that Ray wasn't with me. Give her a shock of a lifetime. She's doesn't seem like she's doing too well, huh?
He's not taking Ren well at all. But understandably, Ren was a great friend and still is.
I know that feeling. And you both can give me an insight. Yeah, I'll give it to Val. Zynn, you
Rolls are
don't
garbage.
Zynn, you don't really take much notice, but Val, you as he says that, you can kind of see his eyes kind of glaze over, like he's suddenly in thought, not really present in the moment, and he's remembering something, and then he kind of snaps out of it suddenly. So, should we get to plan going for today?
Might as well. Give it a shot.
Ray, since you were still in bed, or I guess you're still prepping your spells.
Yeah, I haven't done my level up yet because there's like a 5 bajillion and 2 spells to look at, so it's gonna take me a moment.
Yeah, that's fair. As well, I guess we should be waiting for Ray then, eh? Should we go get some breakfast in the... Oh, yeah, you already be eating. Let's see. I guess I'll go get some food and let me know when you guys want to discuss a plan.
I'll hold up my plate and say, "You're welcome to take some. Pull up a chair."
I'll go get a plate and bring it back.
Yeah.
He heads downstairs and Ray's prepping her spells. And as he enters the room, just a couple minutes later, plate and large cup of water in hand. That is where we're going to end it for today. We'll pick up in 2 weeks. Give me a minute to outro the stream.
Dun, dun, dun.
And I will be right back. Well, thank you all for joining us today. Appreciate that raid from Rogus Tem. Hoping your D&D session went well. I was not as prepped for today as I thought it was, as per usual. I was up until 6 o'clock in the morning doing this, and the best part is we didn't even touch what I prepped. Holy shit! So we'll be back 2 weeks from now with this game. I do still have Wildmount, Adventures in Wildmount campaign, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. And then Monday, we'll be doing some X Defiant with the person playing Zynn and Sulamine and a couple people from one of my other games. So hopefully we will see you all there. And then at the end of Monday's session, I will be doing my my giveaway. So by all means, please stop in, hang out. We will get some items given away on Monday. And I would also like to thank Aki Lapsis for the follow. It's much appreciated. Everybody that comes in, whether you talk, you don't talk, I always appreciate people hanging out and taking an interest in what we're doing in our games. So, with that being said, I'm going to say good afternoon, good evening, whatever it might be, where you are. And I will be back, however, in about probably 3-ish hours. So hopefully we will see some more people coming in then. Be doing either some Spider-Man or some Helldivers 2.